What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So the first cards from the new structure deck, which is the Devil's Gate, the structure deck for the Dark World deck, has just been announced in the OCG, and they're looking quite promising. So before we get into reviewing any of these cards, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and now let's jump right into it. Grapha is very much back, even though it kind of isn't. So Rainbow Supreme Overlord of Dark World, Dark Fiend 3k18. Yeah, so basically this is like an evolution of the original Rainbow monster. Not rainbow as in homosexual, but rainbow as in like rain and bow. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyways, you can special summon this card from your graveyard by returning one level 7 or lower Dark World monster you control to the hand. Not once per turn, so basically the same effect as Grapha. If this card is discarded by a card effect and sent to the grave, you can add one level 5 or higher Dark World monster from your deck to your hand, except Rainbow, except himself. Then, if it was discarded by your opponent, you can summon a level 4 lower Dark World monster for your deck to the or graveyard to either field. I mean, like, yeah, but the thing is, it's kind of hard for, like, this card. I mean, I don't know, it's, like, Dark Worlds are, like, very insane if you can make it so that your opponent discards the cards for you. So, like, if you're playing against, like, a hand loop deck that actually discards your cards, you're gonna go, like, plus 25. It's not even funny. Imagine searching a card and then summoning a Dark World from your deck. Oh my god. Happy freaking Land City. But yeah, no, when you're like discarding this card with like your own card effects, you're always kind of just going one for one, and that's not good enough. But yeah, I don't know. The Dark World monsters aren't the kind of monsters that you can draw 5 Dark Worlds in your opening hand and do anything. But if you draw danger monsters in Dark Worlds, then we're talking. Then we're in business, boys. So I want to say, because of the fact that we're getting new Dark World monsters, well, new Dark World cards, that might actually mean that Danger or Chimaru, Tsuchinoko, will probably get unlimited, and the other Dangers as well. I think Jackalope as well. Nessie is already a 3. The second card will be Dark World Puppeteering, quickly spell card. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Target up to 3 cards in any graveyards, banish them, then discard 1 Fiend monster. So this can already be applied very generically. You don't necessarily have to play it in Dark World. However, because of the fact that it is a Dark World, it is searchable in the Dark World deck by, I believe it is Snow. I could be wrong. Not Fairy Tale Snow, but Snow of Dark World. Anyways, during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. What a bummer. You can banish this card from the grave, then target one of your banished fiend monsters, add it to your hand. So you can banish yourself and then recycle back yourself, but like 10 years later. And it's good, but it's not like super unfair. Like, it's not the kind of thing that makes you like disgusting when you resolve. It's just like good. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it could have been better. All right, for the fusion monster, Grapha, Dragon Overlord of Dark World. Okay, this is basically the same thing, except that instead of being a lord, it's an overlord. Woo! And 1 dark monster. Basically any dark. Interesting. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. When your opponent activates a normal or spell or trap card or monster effect, quick effect, you can transform that effect into your opponent discards 1 card. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Oh my god. I think with Silva, you can make your opponent lose 2 cards from hand. With gold, I think you can destroy 2 cards or something crazy. So this is like a massive negate. It's kind of like Artifact Durandal, but instead of like having the MST effect, it's like your opponent freaking... Oh my god, dude, this is actually broken. This is what we wanted to see. Alright, and this fusion summon card leaves the field by your opponent. Not even by card effects, so you can Kaiju this card, and it still actually triggers. You can special summon one of your Grapha Dragon Lord of Dark World that is banished or in your graveyard, then each player discards 1 card. Alright, yeah, I mean, that kind of helps the opponent a bit, but it's not the end of the world. Still pretty decent, and that effect is now once per turn, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter because it has to be fusion summoned to leave the field to then trigger the effect, so it's a little too much, but still very good. The first effect is definitely what we're seeing, what we're trying to look at here. Alright, Dark World Accession, or Access something. Quickly spell card, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. We very rarely see spell cards that are like you can only use. The majority of the time, it's you can only activate. Anyways, during the main phase, fusion summon 1 fiend monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion monsters listed on it from your field and or graveyard. If summoning a Dark World fusion monster this way, you can also discard monsters from your hand as material. That is actually very broken. Wow, so this card makes it so you can summon the Grapha Dragon Overlord of Dark World by straight up discarding the Grapha and a dark monster, and it's a quick play spell. So discarding the Grapha on your opponent's turn means that you're destroying a card on the field, which is kind of nice, not gonna lie. And obviously you're triggering the effect of your other Fiend monster that you're discarding. You could be a dark monster. You can actually, you can theoretically play like Farfa in your deck, and then get like a double interruption. And then of course, you get that effect so you can negate something again. And then both players, well, you discards the card, and then you get like a +5 effect because it was technically because of your opponent. And yeah, because of the fact that you can also banish cards from the grave, that's also even more broken, because it means that in the grind game, this card is always good. So it's a starter and an extender, and if you draw multiples, you don't cry about it because you can use one on your turn and one on your opponent's turn. So this is already looking like a 3-of right off the bat, and this is obviously very easy to summon, so probably a 3-of as well. I don't know, maybe a 2 or 3, I don't even know, but this card is really good. During your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can add it to your hand, then discard one Dark World monster. Again, very good. And this time, unlike this annoying-ass quick play, you can use it during the turn it is sent to the graveyard. So even with Foolish Burial Goods, it could act... Shit, oh my, what's going on with me? Even with Foolish Burial Goods, it could actually make sense to, you know, be played and turboed out on turn 1 and do some things. So yeah, very, very sick so far. And this is the original Rainbow, so yeah, kind of sussy, but it is what it is. Gold, Silva, this card's broken. Beige, this card's ass. Brow, this card's pretty good. Dark World Dealings, Gateway, Dark World Lightning, and Grapha. So this card is obviously the main card. This was like the reason why the first structure deck actually existed. It was because of, well, this was the cover, so they made it around Grapha, and now they are making it over, like, around Rainbow, and kind of like a retrain of Grapha. But yeah, personally, I'm a big fan of these new Dark World cards. I think the deck is going into a pretty good direction. But obviously, it would be a little better if we could get some more spells and traps and cards that actually forced your opponent to make you discard cards, because we really are trying to trigger those nasty, disgusting effects and make our Dark Worlds go like +25. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know your thoughts about these new cards in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.